Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tar Heels offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. Well, you saw it right there. Opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
From the gun, the ground game. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, North Carolina!
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Syracuse's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Orange will have to punt.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The sure hands, it's Robinson.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Trying play action. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Syracuse right back at it.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Thanks to grab. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You held the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Wants to go up top. Under fire. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He'll keep it himself. Can't get him to the ground. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Syracuse. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Browning. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. He's got him. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback making checks. The play action fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll go to the ground. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's second and 4. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Let's go. Looking to fire. He got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And it's knocked away, incomplete on third down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly out to the tight end. Turning it on. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. And the Tar Heels are on the move. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touch! Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The Orange will have to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's the pressure. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not up.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They just keep firing. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose and he'll. The Tar Heels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Steps away to find some room. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Makes a man miss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Hands it off. Creates a little room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
It's complete on the right side. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
It's been really hard on this quarterback all game long. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give this defense so much credit because they've done a really nice job on the back end in coverage, but they've also been able to affect his rhythm with a solid.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Tar Heels backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Tried to nestle that lob in, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Now on the option. Now the pitch. He gets it up to the 17 before being wrestled out of bounds.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. This time it's complete. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tar Heels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Using his feet. Oh, he's got some space. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his hand down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. What?
Deep shot for the end zone. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Tar Heels line it up with a first and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And snags it quickly on the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Swings it out to his running back. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man in the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give on the inside. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Hawkins. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Slings it downfield. Finds a man on the right. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fired in there, but incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
They'll run play action. Hit as he throws. And the pass is broken up incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Let's go. Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Ready? From the gun. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way